India has a huge manpower base, which can turn out to be the greatest asset if our youth is properly educated and trained. But due to lack of proper direction, majority of our school leavers aimlessly pursue higher education. Many years of studies does secure for them a degree, but for the majority, a job still remains elusive.
मैंने 81 से यहाँ पे रजिस्टर करवाया अपना नाम, तो 5 ईयर का मैंने कोर्स भी किया, बैचलर ऑफ फाइन आर्ट एंड बीए भी किया है साथ में, और 1981 से मैंने यहाँ पे रजिस्टर करवाया अपना नाम, और अभी कोई कॉल नहीं आई है।
The reasons for unemployment amongst our educated youth are to be found in the deep-rooted Babu culture, which looks down upon a blue-collar job, however well-paying it may be. The result of such occupational rigidity is that a vast demand for skilled workers in organized and unorganized sector remains unfulfilled. Also, the opportunities for self-employment are untapped for want of training in the required skills. To bridge the gap between education and employment, our education policy emphasized vocational education in different areas. The policy visualized 2.5 lakhs students to be covered under this scheme of vocationalization at +2 stage. Vocational students can be trained to exploit career opportunities in a large number of areas, such as home science, health and paramedical, humanities, technical and engineering, business and commerce, and agriculture. Although the scheme covered a wide range of activities, it did not have the desired impact on the employment scene.
इस समय जो हमारा पास जो नाम दर्ज हैं लोगों के बेरोजगारों के 1,23,317 हैं, उसमें जो ITI ट्रेंड हैं जिन्होंने टेक्निकल स्किल्ड हैं वो केवल 6,307 हैं। वो उनका नंबर तो बहुत कम है, कोई एज कम्पेयर टू टोटल लाइव रजिस्टर तो कोई ज़्यादा नहीं है, लेकिन इसके साथ साथ उनके वर्क जो है डिमांड भी जो है हमारे पास स्किल्ड की कोई ज़्यादा नहीं आती।
Many students who had undergone vocational training were unable to find jobs. This was because some of the skills in which students were being trained were not in demand? No proper survey was conducted to find out the field of activities in which demand for skilled workers actually existed. Students were unable to set up their own small-scale units, either due to lack of finances or absence of entrepreneurship. The very purpose of the scheme, which emphasized skill development, was defeated because skill development was not up to the required standard. We talked to a student about this problem.
दोनों काम करेंगे, अगर थ्योरी नहीं आती होगी प्रैक्टिकल कैसे करेंगे? थ्योरी जरूरी है हमारे लिए, भी थ्योरी जरूरी है तभी प्रैक्टिकल होगा। हमें क्या मशीन है, क्या इसका क्या पार्ट है, कैसे इसको अरेंज करना है, क्या करना है, ये हमें पता होगा थ्योरी में, तभी हम उसको ऑपरेट कर सकते हैं, वैसे तो कर नहीं सकते।
जो ITI इंडस्ट्रियल ट्रेनिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स हैं उसमें जो ट्रेनिंग दी जाती है वो थ्योरेटिकल ज़्यादा है और प्रैक्टिकल कम है। तो मेरा ये विचार है कि वो ज़्यादा उसको प्रैक्टिकल के ऊपर एम्फेसाइज करना चाहिए। उसके लिए प्रैक्टिकल ट्रेनिंग के लिए भी जो है इनको जो प्राइवेट इंडस्ट्री से जो एक्सपीरियंस्ड हैं, फोरमैन वगैरह हैं, जिनको 10-10, 15-15 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है, उनको लगाना चाहिए प्रैक्टिकल ट्रेनिंग के लिए।
In any vocational course, proper skill development is not possible without adequate theoretical input. Thus, a balance between theoretical knowledge and practical training has to be reached. But theoretical input was mainly confined to lecture rooms, with no proper teaching aids, and practicals were carried out on obsolete machines. Such experienced teachers are hard to find, and it affects considerably the quality of vocational pass-outs. Presently, industry prefers to train fresh employees instead of employing vocational trainees. Therefore, vocational education needs to be brought under the purview of Apprenticeship Act 1961 to remove this gap. Adequate equipment has to be provided to avoid overcrowding, and there has to be an emphasis on individualized instruction in labs and workshops. Learning from past experience, it is of utmost importance, therefore, to carry out a vocational survey to determine the wage and self-employment opportunities available in the area, so that vocational courses could be designed to meet the needs of that area. Then, curriculum should be designed and developed in a manner that emphasizes skill development.
For a group of 15 people.
Proper teaching aids have to be developed to make teaching and learning meaningful and effective.
This is the induction stroke, then number 2 compression stroke, and number 3 power stroke. During power stroke, fuel should be supplied.
To overcome the shortage of experienced teachers, professionals from various fields should be invited as part-time teachers. Traditionally trained master craftsmen should be brought to share their invaluable experience with the students.
अपने घंटे में बैठेगा तो इसको वो शूट करेगा और इसको घुमाएगा.
Workbenches can be created in industries in the vicinity so that considerable amount of time is given to on-the-job training of students. And teachers should be provided with in-service training to equip them with required knowledge, skills, and attitudes. Students should be exposed to real-life situations through frequent visits to industries. Our efforts should not be just limited to imparting education, but we should promote employer-institute collaboration for training and placement of students. Enterprising vocational students should be trained for self-employment and provided with necessary finances to launch their own enterprises. Let us see how these ideas can be implemented to run a vocational course successfully.
I hope you are by now familiar with most of the advantages of the dragman.
The drudgery of classroom teaching can be eliminated by use of modern instructional aids.
In an evaporator to a total solid concentration of nearly 35 to 40% is brought into the main body of the drying chamber.
A theoretical concept is made clear through frequent visits to plants and factories. A sense of experimentation is inculcated through laboratory work. Progress of each student is monitored and evaluated at each stage. On-the-job training gives students a chance to deal with the complexities of the real-life situations.